Dance Arts of Columbia provides fitness fun for everyone from 3 years old to adult. Dance Arts is a good environment where the friendly staff makes you feel comfortable. Dance Arts feels that dance is an art form that you can experience firsthand by learning tap, jazz, modern, musical theater, lyrical, and ballet. Dance Arts urges you to enjoy a sense of accomplishment while getting fit and having fun. For class information, call 875-1569. Dance Arts of Columbia, serving Columbia since 1979.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. This is Monday. It's September the 17th, and our two guests today are both good friends of mine. Let's start first of all with DIANA MOXON, Columbia Art League. Good to have you here. And that hair of yours looks lovely today. I like the streaks in it.
Thank you, Paul.
All right. You're here
drawing
to
attention to my grayness. Yes.
But here, you're here to talk about, what is it? The
House of Cards.
House of Cards
Is the new show at the Art League, and it runs through the beginning of November. But one of the big things about the show, if people haven't already seen it, is we always turn the whole show into a deck of cards. So there are just 54 artworks in the show, each one representing a playing cards.
Now, you brought a deck of cards, didn't you?
This is from the last show, to give you an example.
Yeah.
So, you know, last time, for example, the King of Diamonds was Babe Ruth, King of Diamonds. This time, the King of Diamonds.
Oh, wait, I got the big picture here.
You better say what we're holding up. We're holding up, King of Diamonds, a little painting of Babe Ruth.
Right.
This time, the King of Diamonds is Donald Trump. It's one of the kings that carries an axe, and so the artist was inspired by the "You're Fired" on the Apprentice. So here is Donald Trump as the King of Diamonds. But each of the cards in the show has this wonderful interpretation of a playing card.
Yeah. Now, if you want to see what we're talking about, go to kbia.org, click on Talk Shows, and then Radio Friends, and watch this segment online. This is a local artist that did this.
It is.
Correct?
This is Stephanie Jenkins. She's a teacher at Columbia Independent School. She's one of our artists. She's taught art for us.
Well, she really captured Donald Trump.
She did.
That looks like him.
It does, and we have another great portrait in the show of Jack Nicholson. That's awesome. So sometimes you'll see people in the show. Sometimes there are botanicals, there are flowers, and then we're going to turn the whole show into a deck of cards. So for $20, you can take home the whole art show.
What do you mean you can take the whole? Oh, you can make.
You'll buy a deck of cards,
and it's got all the whole art show is on it.
All 54 works in the show. So it's 52 cards and 2 jokers. So we have 2 different artists doing each of the joker cards too. So it's a really great way of buying a whole art show if you can't afford to buy an individual piece. But actually, they are really, really reasonably priced in this show.
So every one of the pieces of artwork that are on display will be for sale. Also.
They are all for sale. You can take them all home and put them on your wall. Just got to pay some money to the Art League first. But if you want to do it...
Are they negotiable? Are the prices negotiable?
They are very reasonable. I don't think you'll need to negotiate.
Yeah,
They're very good prices. But you can buy a deck of cards for $20 and take home the whole show. And that's a fundraiser for the Art League that goes towards our programming. So last time we did it, we sold 800 decks of cards. They were...
You sold 800 decks?
Yeah. They were a great holiday season gift, so people bought them as stocking stuffers. They got sent all over the country. They got sent internationally.
All over the world, too.
Yeah. They're in England, I know for a fact, because I took them. Switzerland, they're all over the place. So it's a fun show to come and see. It's on through the beginning of November, and you can buy a deck of cards, and they're just $20.
All right. So the hours of the Columbia Art League are?
They're 11:30 till 5:30, Tuesday through Friday, and 11 till 5 on Saturdays.
On Saturday, and you're closed on Mondays
and Sundays. And we're at 207 South 9th Street, and you can give me a ring if you've got any questions on 573-443-8838, or go to columbiaartleague.org.
They can ring you up. Isn't that what you meant to say? Isn't that the English way of saying it? They can ring you up.
They can ring me up, yes.
Okay. All right, DIANA MOXON, thank you so much for coming by. Columbia Art League, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And it's the deck of cards.
House of Cards.
House of Cards. House of Cards through November.
Exactly.
What day? When in November?
3rd.
The 3rd of November. Okay. Thank you. If you got any questions, just ring her up. And chances are you might even answer the phone.
I may.
Okay. Now we got my other friend over here, ANDREA SHELTON, City of Columbia, Recycling News. Good to have you here.
Great to be back.
And you have an event. Is it coming up tomorrow?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So day after tomorrow.
Oh, day after tomorrow. Yeah. This is Monday, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
Cultural Affairs and Parks and Rec sponsor each year, the Family Fun Fest. Well, this one is Creative Kids, so that's why Cultural Affairs is involved. Well, I'll have a table there for the City of Columbia Public Works Volunteer Program. We usually do recycled art for kids.
This kind of fits in with the Columbia Art
It
Week
kind
stuff.
of does, yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is a perfect segment.
It is. Well, we do recycled art, art using recycled materials.
Right.
This year, what we're going to do is we're going to allow kids to come in and actually paint our special event containers. We have these brand new special event containers that we use for events such as Roots and Blues and different festival style events around town.
What do you do with those containers?
They're set out for trash and recycling
Oh, for
downtown.
recycling. Okay.
For different events that are downtown, like Earth Day or, like I said, Roots and Blues. And the kids are going to come in and kind of put their.
Well, that's really nice.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's
how many
neat.
different containers are there?
As many as the kids can handle in 2 hours, from 6 to 8.
And then what the kids don't get done, you will paint yourself?
No, we're going to do these projects all around town, like different art, classrooms, at the high schools, at the
that's
elementary
really
schools,
nice.
at different events.
So how big are the containers?
I forget how many gallons there are, but I think they're 50-gallon containers.
So the kids are going to paint these containers.
Yes.
With whatever,
personalized, maybe
whatever
their
comes out of
name,
their
their
imagination.
handprints. It's going to be supervised by an art teacher, so it won't be
Okay.
So it won't be a mess. If it's a 2-year-old, just imagine.
Well, so
what
what
they
if they're
would do.
if they're a mess? I mean, it's kids
it's art.
doing it.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
an-
some
I think
artwork done by adults. The modern art that you can't tell what it is.
Well, I'm excited about it. I'm so excited that
Well,
the
yeah.
kids, then they'll be able to see, just imagine being at an event and seeing something that you did at
Right.
that event. I
Right.
think that's just so neat. And to get the kids, interested and excited about art and, like I said, and about recycling at the same time, that's a win-win situation.
Whose idea was this?
It's actually my boss's idea.
Oh,
So
your
not
boss's
mine.
boss's idea.
Yeah.
Actually, if your boss's boss is listening, Andrea was talking to me about this a year ago. She thought it was such a good idea.
I know, he stole my idea. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but that's really nice. So
It is.
it'll
It's
be
an
on
awesome
this
idea.
coming Wednesday. The kids are invited to come down where?
To Flat Branch Park from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. It's the Family Fun Fest. There'll be a lot of other events and things going on also, but my booth, look for the blue tent, and we'll have the kids out there painting the special event
Oh, that
containers.
sounds good. And then all the containers that will be painted that evening will be at special events around Columbia.
Yes.
And then what isn't painted that evening, you will be taking to art classes in schools. to have
Yes,
done.
and if there is any art instructor listening, we are very, very interested in the different. Have you ever seen any of the art done by the Hickman High School and Rockbridge High School students? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Would love for them to get involved. So we're just getting started.
So if
but I'll
there's
be
an art
contacting
teacher
them soon.
listening to us right now, if
Give
you're
me a
interested, you can
call.
call Andrea
Yes.
at what number?
874-6271.
874-6271 if you want to get your class involved with
Yes,
this.
yes.
Thank you, Andrea, and good luck on Wednesday.
Thank
And
you.
you'll have a whole stack of 8x10 glossies, right?
Stop. Those
All
aren't
right.
going as fast as they used to.
Yeah, no, they'll go real fast Wednesday. We're out of
Okay.
time for today. Tomorrow, In Touch with Nature and Tiger Trolley Tours. Our program directed by Travis McMillen, Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio is Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director, Danny Matteson. And our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. To watch this program or listen to it again, kbia.org. Bye-bye.